Hello, collective. This is Tan from Artemis Oracle. I hope you're all doing well. I'm doing this general reading, and I already got the cards out just to save time. I love to shuffle, and cards like being shuffled by me apparently. So we're gonna get started. I'm used the life. What was it called? The Answer Oracle. The first card we have is Flirts, Seduce, Lover, and Lust. So this obviously this is like a love reading. Then we have the card Speeding, Surge, Flow, Addiction, Guard, Defend, Protect, Guarantee, Purity, Innocence, Holiness, Humility, and Virtue. I love that card. It looks so beautiful. And then at the bottom of the deck we have Comply, Rules, Laws, Unwritten Rules. Unwritten Rules. So from what I'm getting is that some of you may be meeting somebody, or you have already met somebody where you may have flirtation. You may be, texting, sexting, meeting up, having fun, flirting, getting to know each other. But with the speeding card, it's indicating that whatever your relationship is at this moment, it may be speeding up, and it may not be in your best interest to allow things to go quickly, to get started quickly or move very quickly, because it's a surge, flow, addiction. You may be going with the flow, but it may be going very quickly. And if you're at any point feel uncomfortable with the decision or with the situation, it's time for you to, the cards are saying basically it's time for you to put up your guard, to set up some sort of boundaries to protect yourself, and to make sure that you're not giving it to something that is not for the long term, especially if that's what you want. If you want to be in something long term, you don't want to be in a lust-based relationship. Some people are okay with that, and that's to each their own, right? But some people, they want commitment. Some people want it to be a monogamous relationship. But purity, I think that this is about you maintaining your standards. But oh my goodness, I think it's about you maintaining your standards, but also about you protecting your virtue, protecting, making sure that you're not putting yourself in situations that are energetically impure or just really go against your standards. Because sometimes you could put your guard up. I mean, not, you can have your guard down, and then, you don't want to have regrets, right? So if you're like someone that's like that, where you get involved in certain situations and then you're like, wow, I kind of wish that didn't happen. I think what this reading is basically saying is for you to put your guard up, put the brakes on it, step on the brakes, allow there to be more time with a person, just so that, if this person is only out to get some, then you can let them know, well, I'm not that kind of person. And if they aren't that type of person, then they'll respect your boundaries. And then, you could continue on with your relationship, your friendship, or I don't want to say friendship, because if you're flirting, it's like, that's not a friendship. You don't flirt with your friends, in my opinion. But with Comply, I think it's a rule that you're going to have. It's a standard. It's going to be some sort of boundary that you're going to create. And depending on how the person takes it, you'll know whether or not this is someone that you should continue keeping in your life, or if you should just move on. So that's what I'm getting from those cards. So let's see. Tell us about flirt. Then I'm going into tarot. Tell us about flirt. That's too many cards. Ooh, okay. I keep saying this cross, the uncross. But that's too many. It says Action of Swords. So, yeah, that's Knight of Swords, I believe. Okay, we got two cards that flipped. Nurture of Cups, which is Queen of Cups energy, the one that has a masculine energy. The Nurture of Cups is someone who is loving, compassionate, caring. That could be you, or that could be the person that you're dealing with. And then the Knight of Cups has to do with wish fulfillment. This is about being very close to having a happy family, being emotionally fulfilled. Because the Ten of Cups is about family, it's about harmony, it's about emotions, shared emotions, shared experience. You got the Hangman. It's about looking at things from a different perspective. So you may be having to look at the situation from a different perspective. Is this a relationship or a partnership or whatever it is? I'm not a partnership yet. You're still in the flirting stage. Eight of Wands, which is about quick movement, you know. So you're gonna have to like reflect on what has transpired so far, you know, and look at whether this is the type of situation that can lead to like wish fulfillment. Is this something that you can continue emotionally investing in, you know, and is this something that can be emotionally fulfilling? Will it be a wish fulfillment to you? And it's interesting that we have the Eight of Wands and we have speeding. So tell us about the speeding. What is this speeding? What is the speeding? What is the speeding? What is the speeding? Oh, Three of Cups. That has to do with party, celebration, friendship, community. Excuse me. Oh, I did not fart. That was my chair. It's my chair. I said, excuse me, because I don't know why I did not fart. The Ace of Cups. You know, sometimes with Ace of Cups, it's like, I mean, it's about self-love. It's about the cup that you have, your first cup. And always, your first cup, is your cup. You know, but it's just the beginning of love. Beginning of love. So maybe this person you met through your friends. I noticed in this card that there's a tower in the back. So it looked kind of, I don't know. It makes me think of World Trade Center, the Freedom Tower. So some of you may be from New York, or you may be from somewhere where they have a tall tower, or like a skyscraper that has a point to it. But it reminds me of World Trade Center. So some of you may be from New York. There's flowers. I don't know what kind of flowers those are. Okay. Yeah, whatever this is, like you probably will meet this person through like friends. You may be out with friends, and maybe the attraction, like you see each other and then it's like you're just immediately attracted to this person. This person probably makes your heart skip, or you probably make their heart skip when they see you. I don't know if it's appropriate. No, I don't think it is. So what came to my mind was love at first sight, but I don't think it's that. But it could be. You know, you never know. Anything else about the speeding? I would say be careful with driving and drinking, because we do have these cups, but then we have three. This the celebration cup card. So beware of drinking and driving. Make sure you don't get caught speeding. Anything else for speeding? Ten of Wands. That's to do with responsibility and burdens. Yeah, so yeah, be careful, because some of you may need to, I don't know, I feel like I have to say that for some reason. So this could be somebody that has a child, or you have a child, maybe juggling, but I think it's juggling life. You know, you have a lot of responsibilities. It's interesting because the Ten of Wands is a temperance card. I mean, it's a Sagittarius card. It's about, you know, it's a Ten of Wands, it's fire sign. So we have the temperance card here. So temperance is about moderation. So definitely, I think things may move very quickly. Make sure that when you meet this person that you're not drinking, so that you don't get caught up and end up doing something that, you know, protect yourself, because we do have the guard here. You want to protect your virtue. So make sure you're not drinking and in situations where anything can happen. So that's just something that I think this is the Ten of Wands is about being responsible and making sure that you're moderating your actions, making sure you're not overdoing it with drinking. I'm sorry, I keep harping on drinking, but I feel like I have to. Mastery of Cups is the King of Cups, so this is someone who's Scorpio energy. So we have Temperance with Sagittarius, we have the Pisces with the Hangman, we have Scorpio with the King of Cups, And then what else we have? And then we have Cancer with the Queen of Cups. The Three of Wands has to do with the future, you know, making sure you're making the right choices and planning accordingly, you know. So I don't know. Like, if you are going out, I would say be very careful, because you could be meeting somebody when you're out, and things may happen where you may end up drinking, and then you may end up doing something. I'm just like getting the vibe that you should definitely hold back, you know, take precautions, take care of yourself, make sure you're not overdoing it, that you're not over drinking, or if you are taking in substances, please be careful. I feel like I have to say that, but just to protect yourself. This is what I'm getting. Tell me about guard. 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 Okay, Three of Swords. I feel like if you don't take the necessary precautions, you're going to end up in this situation, Three of Swords situation, where you're going to be mentally and emotionally conflicted, because whatever may happen, and it's funny because the purity and then the flower and then the swords, you know what I'm talking about if you're feminine energy. So I feel like this is a warning for feminine energies to be careful, beware. I mean, masculine energies too can beware of this as well, because, you know, predators have prey, and anybody can be someone's prey. So we have the Messenger of Swords. Yeah, if you see anything that makes you uncomfortable, you're really gonna have to be very discerning, because the Messenger is the Page. So be observant, be vigilant when you're protecting yourself, you know, so that you can guard yourself from any Three of Swords situation. You know, be courageous, be brave. If you have to speak up, then do so. And what the Moon card is subconscious fears. It could be desires and stuff. So maybe there is, you be careful, I would say, because someone may have hidden motives. This person that you may be dealing with, they may have hidden motives. We have Leo showing up with the Strength card, and we have Pisces and Cancer with the Moon card. And we're currently in a waxing gibbous moon. I swore I looked up where that moon is. Let me check really quickly, because I went to check it, and then I just really didn't register. So we're in a waxing gibbous moon, and it's currently in Pisces. Yes, so be very careful. I'm filming this on October 4th, and it's currently in a waxing gibbous. This is a waxing gibbous moon in Pisces. Okay, so please be careful. Let me see what the waxing. So the moon is going to be in Pisces today, October 4th, and tomorrow, October 5th. So this is a warning for you to be careful. Wow. I don't like giving readings like this, and this reading took a fucking turn, because look at her. This statue looks like look at her. I will just say, please be careful. Please be careful. Take care of yourself. Protect yourself. Make sure you don't put yourself in a situation. I don't like that I said that, but I'm a woman, and sometimes I'm just going to say, just be careful what situations you end up in. I feel like the it's about protecting your virtue, protecting your... Because the Five of Coins is someone who's vulnerable, you know? If you think about the traditional Five of Coins, the Five of Pentacles, you see these two people. It could be a lack mindset or whatever, but if you look at them still, they look vulnerable. They look like they're homeless, they're wounded, they don't have anything, you know, and they're in need of help, you know? But with purity, tell me about purity. Six of Wands. Six of Wands. Six of Wands. I think that if you are discerning and you're able to like see something and prevent yourself from becoming somebody's target, then I think you could completely overcome or you know, not avoid the situation, you know. I feel like that's what it's saying. Wanderer. Because we have the Fool underneath with the Wanderer card. Okay. Tell me more about purity. I feel like some of you might want to be careful too, because the Ace of Coins came out. That's the Ace of Pentacles, right? And it's like the seed. It's the seedling. For me, I call it the seedling. It's something that grows, that you start off with, but it can grow into something bigger, larger. It could be the Ten of Pentacles, right? But I feel like be careful, because if you are not taking any precautions, you may end up getting pregnant. That's just a random thought that came to my mind. So you take it as it resonates. We got the Teacher, which is the Hierophant card. You know. So I feel like what that's asking for you to do is really, and we have to comply, rules, laws, and written rules. Under the current climate that we're in, if you're living somewhere where certain procedures are not available to you, I would suggest that you take as many precautions as possible so that you don't end up in a situation where you are getting pregnant. Because if you don't want to be a parent and you end up being stuck with a baby, that's not a good place to be. You know? Fighting Two of Swords. Two of Swords. You don't want to be in this place where you're like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? If some of you are religious, you know, if you're like Catholic, is, you know, when I see stained glass, I think of Catholic churches. I was raised Catholic, you know. So I equate stained glasses to Catholicism. Don't judge me. It's to me, that's my symbolism for me, okay? But I would suggest be very careful, take precautions where necessary, you know, because yeah, you don't want to be in a place where you can't take things back. I'm only going to show you this card, but if you don't want to be in a place where you have to go to extreme measures, I'm not even going to say, but you see these scissors, needles, pins, and stuff like that, you know. I don't want to say, but it's about terminating something. So I just say, please be very careful, you know. Don't fall into like, oh, someone's flirting with me. Oh yeah, we're having a good time. I'm drinking, and you know, things are going quickly, and then you end up being, you know, just guard and protect yourself. Yeah, I said this reading is for today, October 4th and October 5th, but it could be whenever you happen to come across it. And the only reason why I say the 4th and 5th is because of the current moon phase, which is waxing gibbous in Pisces, which will be for today and tomorrow, the 5th. Okay, so I'm going to end the reading there. I hope this reading was helpful and served as some sort of warning. I don't know who will see this, but I hope it was helpful in some way. And I'm wishing you a lot of safety and protection from the angels, God, universe, your spirit team, your ancestors. Take care. Bye.